Ah, what a lovely day in the neighborhood it is. Hello, everybody, it's your boy Jmulls, and it's time for some WoW housing quick tips. After waiting so long having to put up with garrisons, we finally have actual player housing, but some people actually don't have it yet.
Good energy, hero.
An issue some people were running into is that when they zone into their faction's housing district, well, all the plots were taken and they had nowhere to go. So what if that happens to you? How do you actually get a house? Well, you have a couple of solutions at your fingernails. One, make sure they're all taken. As you can see, there's a plot open right over here. If the symbol is just a house, that means it's available to purchase. If it's a house with a person in it, that means it is occupied. However, if they are truly all occupied, you have a couple of things that you can still do. One, kind of simple, zone out and come back into the housing district using the portal in your faction hub, Orgrimmar or Stormwind. It'll be located in the portal room that each of the faction cities has. The other is by heading to the main faction guy you have for housing. So for Horde, it's Cloudhide over here, the hippie Tauren dude. I think Alliance have some Night Elf. You just walk up to them and say that you want to see other neighborhood options, and you open the house finder and it'll provide a list of different neighborhoods that you can peruse. Maybe your guild has a neighborhood, or you can browse some of the other public neighborhoods. Basically where anything goes, everyone just goes in, first come, first serve. Now, as a reminder, WoW housing is not meant to be limited. It's not like Final Fantasy XIV in this regard, where there's only a certain number of houses. What I imagine Blizzard are going to do is that as these fill up, they'll just create more public neighborhoods. It's kind of the whole point of WoW housing. You are supposed to be able to get a house. Just bear in mind, this might be a little bit slow, as you can see here, because, I mean, the servers only came up yesterday. Come on, did anyone expect this to work flawlessly out the box? There is a third type of neighborhood that is yet to be implemented into the game. Charter neighborhoods are basically little community neighborhoods that you and I think at least like 9 other people can create yourselves. That is separate to guild housing. So that's completely separate to something like a guild neighborhood. So if you got a bunch of friends from other guilds and you want to have your own little neighborhood, you can do that. So never fear if you can't find a house initially, you will be able to find a house, at least so long as Blizzard aren't slow about it.
Good energy, hero.
The next tip is a rather quick one. Let's say you're out in the world and you really want to get back to your house ASAP. Maybe you finally got that one piece of decor you've been hunting down and you're just eager, salivating to put it down that one spot you already picked out. Well, never fear. You have 2 options here. You can either hit the H key, or if that's already taken for something else for you, in the bottom right corner, open up the housing dashboard. And in this UI, you actually have another Hearthstone basically teleport thing. And it teleports you directly to your plot. So if you just click on that, it does this little cast time thing, and it's going to teleport me directly to my house. Like so. It teleports you specifically to the cornerstone, but yeah, this is my house. So welcome to Casa del Moles.
Good energy, hero.
Next one is a rather big one. There's an add-on called Homebound. I got it off of CurseForge, but when you get the add-on, you can open up its interface, and what it'll do is it will provide a list of all the player housing rewards you have yet to obtain in the game. And it breaks it down based on either region of the world, the type of content, or the expansion. And if you want to see everything, that is fine. But if you want to hide everything you already got or completed, just click the button and it'll keep the things that remain. So in Wrath of the Lich King, I still have to do the Snows of Northrend achievement to get that Nessingwary Shovel Tusk trophy. There are things from the meta achievements, from lore walking, reminded there was a new one added with this patch for the Elves of Quel'Thalas, professions, so the ones that I have remaining for professions are cooking one for Zendalari, and then some archaeology ones. So if you're someone who wants to complete everything and you want to acquire all of these different rewards, this is a good checklisty add-on to have just in your back pocket. Very organized, very clean, I like it.
Good energy, hero.
Next up in this one is easy to overlook. You can customize the exterior of your house. By going to the Edit House panel when you're outside, click on Edit House Exterior, you'll be able to customize the exterior of your house. Not everything is available yet, so we are rather limited with what we can actually do. So as a horde house, I only have access to the orc aesthetic. When midnight comes out, I'll be able to swap right to the blood elf one. And at some point in the future, we'll be able to change the size of our house. Just bear in mind, the size of your house's exterior is not important to what you do on the interior. So if you want a small exterior, large interior, you can do that, vice versa, anywhere in between. You can change the style of your house, like reclaimed wood, worn stone, smooth stone. I prefer smooth stone, so I go for that. You have to collect the different roof types, so I go with vented because that's the one I have. You can change the color of your roof as well. Ocean Man! If you want to be a meme lord, you can shout out mustard to go for that one. I prefer crimson because red is cool. But that's not all. You may notice these little orbs on the outside of your house. You can attach fixtures to these things. You can move the entrance of your house, like so. I prefer having mine right here because that's where my cornerstone is. So when I teleport in, the entrance to my house is going to be right in front of me. But for these other parts of the house, I can put a window here if I want. I can put a different type of window. They give you quite a few different options right here. So I like this arched window here and an arched window here for symmetry. I can go around to the back of the house, add something here. Maybe I don't want a window here. Maybe I want a fortification. And they give you quite a few different options and colorations. If you want a covered fortification, you can do that, rather small. If you want a hatch fortification, there's a little hatch in the top here, you can do that as well. I quite like the stone window fortification because it gives the house a good amount of size to it. I like symmetry, so I'm going to do the exact same thing over here as well. And bada bing, and you can already see the aesthetic of the house is starting to change drastically here. Now for the back of the house, I can put whatever I want here. I'm going to put a vent there because I think it looks rather nice. You can also change some elements of the roof itself. So these chimneys weren't always here. I added those. And they give you a few different styles of chimneys. I like the stone chimney myself, but if you want windows up here, you can do so. Granted, it's not much and it's still going to look like an orcish house, but I do like having the functionality to alter at least a little bit. I kind of personally like the fact that it still feels in line with the WoW aesthetic. And you can see how drastically we've changed the exterior of this house. Heck, I can still keep going if I want to. I like having an arched window there because I think it looks rather nice. And now I have finished customizing the exterior of my house, and it's that simple. But that's not all that you can do. You can actually just move your house if you really want to. You have to get out of the house exterior edit page, but with just the regular edit mode, you can move this thing about the map. So if you don't like the exact positioning of your house, and you want to alter it just a little bit, you can do that.
Good energy here on.
Next up, let's actually go inside of my house because this is something rather interesting that I had to find out. You can customize the walls, the ceiling, and the floor here. I prefer a Blood Elven aesthetic, so I went with that. But this traditionally was Orcish. I chose to change that though. And the way you can do that is by going to the customize mode in the edit window here. So you go to customize mode, and whereas for decor, this will let you change like the dye, depending upon if you have the dye or not. But if you click on a floor, for instance, you can change the material. Belemeth, which will be the Night Elf style, Flagstone, Folk Hardwood, Rugged Wood, or you can go for Silver Moon Mosaic. And this can get rather wild. So let's click on a wall, because this is where the system really shines, in my opinion. You can change the wall style and get quite a few different options. We can go Belemeth Dark here, and let's change the wall material as well. Let's go with Cottage, or let's go with Folk Stucco, or Rugged Stone. That looked rather cool, doesn't it? Well, what if I want the whole room to look like that? I don't have to go to each wall and click on these options for each one. I can just click on Apply Currently Selected Style to entire room. Boom. And it's just that easy. And it can change the look and feel of your entire house that rapidly. You can also change the ceiling itself. So maybe I want a generic roof. Maybe I want folk medium. Maybe I want to change the ceiling material to move away from Silvermoon Blood Marble and go to Wood Panel for Belemeth, or Wood Beam, or Rugged Wood, and then I maybe want to go back to Belemeth Dark, and maybe I like how that looks. Maybe I want to change the floor to accompany that. These walls over here, by the way, are separate walls I added in, so they're not affected by this. Just as a heads up in case you're wondering why these aren't changing. But I really like the Blood Elf style, so I'll just go Silvermoon for everything. Like so. I can change the type of doorway I have, but let's change it for the entire room first chest here. There we go. Ew, that ceiling is ugly because it's not blood elf. Let's change it quickly to blood marble. There we go. Lovely. Back to normalcy. Feel free to toy around with it and experiment because you can create some aesthetics truly your own. Like I made this really long hallway that leads to a bookcase, but the bookcase is actually like a door because there's a secretive bookcase wall. I can push that back in. I can push aside these curtains, and I have this central little area here. There's a desk, a chair, a bathtub in front of the fireplace. You can really go for the aesthetic that you want. You just have to make use of all the tools at your disposal.
Good energy here on.
Next, let's hop on over to Legion Remix because a new vendor has popped up. Domelius. He has finally set up shop, and he's a housing vendor. Now, I think you can get everything he sells from the actual achievements for Legion Remix, but with the way that housing works, each piece of decor that you put down in your house is unique. So if you want to put down 2 of the same thing, you need 2 copies. If an achievement only gives you 1, well, you kind of out of luck. However, with this guy, he sells you those extra copies. It just costs some bronze. Now, luckily, I actually have most of these things from the achievements, even if it says not collected. So just bear that in mind and check your achievements and check your housing chest to make sure you actually have this item or not, in case you only want 1 of them so you don't waste the bronze. Granted, bronze isn't hard to come by, but still.
Good energy here on.
Also, just as a final quick one, your house isn't just for 1 character. If I log my warrior and open up the housing dashboard, I can teleport to my same plot because that is my house. It's the house for my DK, but my other characters can go there. So I can just teleport home and it's going to bring me right back to my plot, even if I'm on a different character. And I can go in and I can edit to my I guess my house is content. Oh man, I'm a comedy laugh factory sometimes. And I can still edit things. So it's not just, oh, if I want to use my house and customize things, I have to log my death knight. No, 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 no. We're warband wide, baby.
Good energy here on.
So thank you all for tuning in, and leave a comment down below with your own housing tip or question that you have. I'd love to answer any that I can, and let's help each other out. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps support future content, and I greatly appreciate it. And a little while ago, game director Eden Hazakostas talked about the whole add-on purge coming to midnight, and why they went so hard with it. If you want to find out more, you should check out this video right here for more. Stay safe, everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Until we meet again!